Hi again guys, I'm back with another unboxing from my latest order from cubes.com. This is the final one in this box, so I'm fairly certain I know what this is. I've seen this called the Peg Top, is the only real name I've seen for this, other than like dodecahedron and things. Now if you've seen my other recent unboxings, you'll have seen the octahedron 4x4 shape mod and the cane ball. Well, this is basically going to be the same. It's another shape mod, same kind of thing. You've got multiple solved states, just like the others. So you can make these kind of 2x2 turns. It is a 4x4 shape mod, and it doesn't alter the fact that it's still solved. So the solving process is different from a regular 4x4. As I mentioned in the other videos, you have to figure out a different way to solve it, because pairing up edges with each other just makes no sense when they're not the same colour, and you don't really know which ones belong together, because you can put them in pairs with any other colour pretty much, and the corner pieces, sorry, the centre pieces don't really make much sense to match up either, because again you don't know which ones are going to live with each. So basically I solve it a very different way. I almost said how then, and I don't really want to do that in an unboxing video. That's to be done in tutorials or solve videos and things. But yeah, this turns okay, about the same as the other two versions that are similar. These outer layers turn really nicely. They'll turn better with some breaking in, that's clear, and the centre layers turn fine, but you'll find there's pretty much zero corner cutting on these centre layers. You have to get it very well lined up before it will actually turn, although that did a very, very small amount, but not a lot. Yeah, there you got just like a millimetre out, and yeah, it takes quite a bit of wiggling before it will actually turn. So yeah, quality wise it's not fantastic, but it's not absolutely awful either. But it should be a fun puzzle. I hadn't realised that I'd actually basically bought 3 of the same puzzle until I actually looked at them afterwards. So I'm kind of a bit disappointed in myself for that, buying them in such quick succession. Not that I mind having different shaped versions of the same puzzle. I like shape mods, but to buy 3 of basically the same puzzle in the same box is a bit silly. But oh well. What's done is done. I have them now, and they weren't expensive, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. So yeah, I suppose I'll scramble this. This is it a rhombic dodecahedron? No, it's not quite, is it? Because it's sort of that shape though. So yeah, no, it's not going to shapeshift. That's what I was getting at, basically, wondering whether it would shapeshift or not. But no, clearly it doesn't, because it's very similar kind of shape. But the corner pieces are kind of truncated, I think, really, compared to a rhombic dodecahedron. So let's get this scrambled up, see what it looks like scrambled. Yeah, as I said, I've seen this called the Peg Top, but that's the only name I've ever seen for it, which is, I don't know if it's because it kind of looks a bit like a top, a spinning top or something, I don't really know. But the interesting thing about scrambling these actually is that it doesn't seem to take very much, because they're multiple colours on every face anyway. You don't seem to have to do too much turning before it actually looks completely scrambled, and because of the way you go about solving this, or at least the way I go about solving these, it doesn't really have to be absolutely thoroughly completely scrambled to change anything about the challenge it's going to offer. So I'm actually going to call that scrambled. I'll go away, I'll solve it, and I'll get back to you when I've done so. Okay then, so as you can see, the Peg Top puzzle is now solved. As I suspected, just pretty much the same as the other 2 that I unboxed recently, the cane ball and the octahedron. So it's basically exactly the same solving process, because you've basically got the same pieces and the same kind of colour scheme. Quality wise, again, basically the same as those. it turns fine as long as you get everything aligned. If you get things misaligned even very slightly, you've got very, very little corner cutting. You will have to spend a lot of time wiggling. I mean, even if I just do it like a couple of millimeters, it takes quite a bit of wiggling before it will actually go. But other than that, it's fine. The turning quality is fine. The difficulty with this one, like some of the others, is trying to make a turn. Sometimes you'll be pressing on an angled surface at the back with your fingers, and suddenly it will spin around, and you'll lose your place in the algorithm, or you'll forget which orientation the key was. Also, the way I go about solving this, it kind of made it, I don't know why the shape of this one made it more difficult, but keep, when I'm rotating a block, which probably won't make much sense to you really, but I need to rotate the pieces, the block of pieces, sort of thing, like the entire yellow block, and when I do so, I kind of lose track of which face it was on originally, and when I can't remember exactly which turn I need to make next sometimes. So I do get lost in the middle of the algorithms I used to rotate that from time to time. But other than that, it wasn't. That was more my own fault than a difficulty in the puzzle sort of thing. But it's a fun solve, just like the others. But yeah, it's basically the same as the cane ball and the Tribes octahedron. So if you really want one of these, then you're probably only going to want one of them. Out of the three, I'd probably recommend the cane ball. I think I personally prefer that one more over the other three. Alright then guys, thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care now, bye.